Today, we're talking about the underlying theories of the international economic cooperation. As we mentioned in the introduction section, the so-called international economic cooperation. What is the cooperation? What is the scope of that? It includes the exchange in terms of goods and service, as well as the exchange of factors for production. Well, as we know, the exchange of goods and service is the very basis of the exchange of everything between countries and economies. Why? Because there is always laws, difference. There is always different laws existed on different countries. So there are some barriers for the exchange for the factors. Some countries they will restrict foreign labors, foreign capital, at least in some phase of the development. But for most of the time, most of the country they will sell and they will buy. So the trade, or we call it the exchange of goods and service, is the very basis of the exchange between countries or economies. So here, when we talk about the underlying theories of the international economic cooperation, it concerns the international trade as well as the exchange of factors. But here in this section, we just focus on the international trade things, okay? Now we'll talk about 5 parts of the underlying theories. And I guess most of that that you have learned, you have heard of them in some international trade related courses. Like the first one, the gains from trade. And the second, the absolute and comparative advantage. Both of them are classic theories of the Adam Smith and David Ricardo time. Okay, and then the third one is the holding Oakshire model, and as well as the Leontief paradox. And fourth, we'll talk about the product cycle theories. For the most famous theory among them is the Vernon's product cycle. And at last, we'll talk about the dependency theories. And the last part, the dependency theory, I know most of the textbook on international trade do never talk about it, because dependence theory is some kind of political rather than economic theory, because they put the counterparts, or they put the economists in different parts. Some as the master and some as the servant. They're not equal, but it is in the real world, especially during the time of the colonialism. Okay, now here, first we'll talk about the first one, the gains from trade. I guess some of you have learned it already, but before we talk about the various theories of the cooperation, we have to recall some of this. Why we trade? Because we have gains from it, right? So first, we'll talk about such idea, the interdependence. What is interdependence?